Episode 16, 16, 16, 16.
Couple of issues.
Episode 16, 16.
Okay.
I think I did too many.
Roll the intro, Carl.
Couple of issues.
I hate the way I dance when I do the intro every time. I do this stupid, every single time. Have you ever noticed?
Hi, I'm Bruce. Well, the people that are listening, they don't know what you're talking
guys,
about.
I don't
Explain
do
your
any-
dance moves.
All right, so I do this thing where it's almost like a
Dab?
but it's like half-assing the
It's
dab.
more a salute.
It's a salute, yeah, and it's like
Inverted salute.
it's like how rappers dance, like I don't know. I'm too
Yeah.
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 It's like Ariana there. Yeah.
And that intro was actually inspired by Chili's. I
Yeah.
was trying to Chili's, baby
Baby back
back ribs.
ribs.
I want my
Oh.
baby back, baby
When you
back
started
ribs.
singing, I was like, I need to keep going. Like, I didn't know how to stay on track. That's why he's a musician and I am not.
Well, the
Anyways,
producer, take a shot.
they drunk. But anyways, my name is Carly Encontro.
And I'm Bruce Wigner, and we are Couple of Issues, and you're in the koi pond.
And if you don't know what that is, go back and watch all of our videos and
Or
listen to
listen
all of
to
our podcasts.
Podcasts.
Because we're on Apple Podcasts,
And we're on YouTube.
YouTube, Spotify,
And we're on Spotify. And we're on your mind a lot.
right now,
um,
specifically.
it's episode 16.
Yeah, that's like almost a pregnancy, right? How many weeks are in a pregnancy?
Yeah, why are you asking me that?
I don't know.
There's 4 weeks
No, I
in a
think that's like
month.
30 something.
4 weeks in a month.
So that's 4 months. Not a pregnancy at all.
Maybe.
At all.
Little incubator baby.
A little
Maybe.
bit, maybe.
A little early
Don't know.
early bird gets the worm.
Yeah.
Is
I-
that?
Mm,
I think
I
it
don't
is.
think that
yeah.
early
Early
bird-
bird gets the
Oh,
worm.
yeah, 'cause he wakes
you
up
get, You get
early.
there first.
and then he sees the worm first, so he
Yeah.
gets it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, anyways.
Yeah.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been quite a week.
Yeah, it's been quite a week. I just got back from New York City, Times Square
She was
last week. I'm
Living on the
fancy
streets
now.
for a week.
What?
Just living on the streets
Yeah,
for a week.
I was just chilling on the streets.
One of those Mario Brothers characters. You're Spider-Man.
How do you say it?
Mario?
Mario.
It's Mario. Super Mario Smash
Just
Brothers.
one thing we'll never agree on.
Okay.
You know what? I'm done.
That's the last straw.
Bye.
This is my Philly accent.
We still upload this because it's so interesting, though.
Yeah.
Like, can
Sorry.
you imagine this couple broke up because of this?
That's funny. Mario?
Mario. Leave a comment below. And
Is it Mario? I know it should be Mario, but where I grew up, I just like it better. It's the way I like it.
okay, that's okay. Anyways,
So you're in New York.
so I was in New York.
Tell them what you're there for, baby.
I was there for the VMAs. As you guys might or might not know, Aaron and I are doing a brand deal, collab thing with MTV right now, and it's really cool. So we are creators to watch, which means...
Which is so dope.
Yeah, so we uploaded a bunch of videos on MTV's channel, basically to make people watch us that aren't watching us on our channel, and show us, how amazing we are, really. And the last part of it was go to the VMAs. So MTV flew us there, and we stayed in a hotel, and it was all good, and it was fun, and almost all of our friends went. It was a really good time. We went to the VMAs.
It was all paid for.
It was all paid for.
So dope.
It was all paid for except my breakfast. My
Oh,
breakfast
yeah.
that I ordered.
What did you get for breakfast?
Okay, here's-
Just walk us down.
All right, so normally when you're doing a brand deal or, someone sends you somewhere, they usually are order whatever you want, it's on us. Which,
Cover the hotel
covering room service, whatever, which not trying to
Gotcha.
brag, just explaining the situation.
bill. Well, no, I mean that's
Yeah.
that's it's usually business trips too. It's
Yeah.
hey, we got you for this and that.
Yeah. So we did, yeah. So I wake up and first of all, my flight got in at 4 a.m. So it was supposed to get
Off
in
to a good start.
It was supposed to get in at 10, got in at 4 a.m.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Got in at 4. So I went
That's
to bed
a whole
at
sleep later.
yeah, literally. So I went to bed at 6.
A.m.
Yes.
Well, the good news is that's
What good
3
news?
a.m. I can't even talk. That's 3
It
a.m.
is 3
Pacific
a.m.
time.
Yeah, but then if you wake up at 11, that's 9.
Yeah,
So it's
true.
just it's all
8.
in my yeah.
It's
Whatever.
8, but-
So I wake up and I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like going anywhere to get something because I'm tired as frick. So I order room service, and it's at the W, which is a nice hotel.
I'm at the W. I'm making W.
W. Shout
I'm
out,
taking
Tana.
W.
I'm sorry for your loss. Get it? Because a W is a win. Yeah. that's the
George
song.
Bush is a W. George W.
Oh yeah. I was like, what?
Sorry.
I'm dumb. And then so I wake up and I'm like, I'm just gonna get some normal stuff you could definitely make on your own. You know, pretty easy. Bacon, eggs, and fruit and coffee. Literally.
Bacon, eggs, fruit, and coffee.
How much would that be?
Carly, I was just, you know what? I was just gonna say that it's probably at a hotel, probably a little more pricey, right? So $19.85 plus tip.
Right, that's what I would
What
think.
did you pay?
$92.
$92.
And I tipped them obviously because it's room service. But Aaron told me later the tip is included, so I tipped them like $20 more than what. It was just like a mess. And I was like, and we had like a $50 per diem, and so I used like almost all of it because we were there for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I spent almost all of it on one meal.
And $50 per diem. Also, per diem is per day.
Exactly.
That's so funny. I found that out later in life.
Oh, yeah, like carpe diem, like seize the day.
Yeah, it's just $50 a day.
Yeah.
Or per day.
Yeah.
But so that's per diems are like, this is what we'll give you this amount of money. Anything else over that you would pay, right?
Yeah.
So you
paid way more. So I think what happens is when we get paid for the brand deal,
you spent.
I
spent 2 per diems in
almost
one breakfast.
3 because I spent like what $112 altogether.
Jeez.
Probably. I can't talk about it anymore.
Did they
guys.
cover it eventually?
No.
You paid that?
Well,
was
I
it
had
the best
to.
eggs of your life?
No, it was so whatever. Like I could have postmated it.
And
For
it would've
all
been-
of our friends, and I could have spent less money. I was
For
like,
all of you, I've made this Postmates eggs.
I got it, and I was like, this has to be a joke.
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
I thought max it would be $50.
Are you-
maybe $50?
Are you yoking my chain?
Yeah, my chain got yoked, and then I ate it, and it was $100.
Would you get scrambled?
Scrambled, boring eggs.
Did you get at least pepper? Some
Nope.
ketchup?
Yeah, they gave me ketchup. The coffee was pretty good though, so maybe it was worth it.
Oh, coffee was included, right? What kind of coffee are we talking?
Just
here?
hot coffee. I love whenever I eat
my
room service.
favorite.
I love getting hot coffee. I don't know what it is. Just like
As
it just
compared to like iced coffee?
yeah, or just like compared to like going to Starbucks and getting like an iced drink. Like I just love it. Feels so like classy. It's like
Oh,
sitting on a
really?
tub drinking hot coffee. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But anyway, so then we went to the VMAs and it was really cool. We saw a lot of celebrities. Like they had Aaron and I do red carpet stuff.
What do you mean? You guys are celebrities?
Oh yeah. Check
For
us
those
out.
of you listening, Bruce is wearing a Carly and Aaron shirt. And,
Go to carlyandaaron.com and get your shirt now.
okay. This episode is sponsored.
By Carly and Aaron. I have to pay for it.
Yeah.
The sponsorship.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much. And Aaron saw Cardi B. Well, we all saw her, and she like kind of talked to her. It was really funny.
What did Cardi say?
We were all waiting to like walk into the venue, and it was after we all did the red carpet. And Cardi B just walks by us with like a team of people, and she just had a baby. So we're like,
Yeah.
she looks good though, like boobs up, like whatever. And she walks by, and Aaron just goes, "You look amazing," and she just goes, "Thank you." And just like walks by, and we're like, "Oh my god, you just had a conversation with Cardi B almost."
Conversation.
It was
So
like a
funny.
passing by.
A little
but
back and forth.
Yeah.
That's
So.
funny. Oops,
Yep.
Sorry, I'm getting errors on my computer.
Oh no! I can't believe you have to buy a new computer.
Um,
Gets one error. I have to buy a new computer.
So we got some big news.
Yeah, we did. You want to tell them?
Yeah. We're breaking up. No.
Because of the Mario debacle.
So Carly and I have been looking for an apartment for the past few weeks. And so should we just take them through the story? Should we
Yeah, let's take them through the whole
just,
story.
let's just jump into it.
Let's do it.
So we decided we are going to move in together. I think we talked about it on the podcast before.
Mhm.
And we just figured it was time. And so we found a place. We checked out a few places and we found a place in the area. We won't say the place, but
Don't break in.
and we loved it. So they said, if you want to put it on hold, you have to put a little deposit down and you can get it. We're like, okay, cool. So we put a deposit down and for some reason it took like 2 weeks for all the paperwork to go and stuff. So after like 5 days of waiting and not hearing anything back, we decided, let's look at some other places too as backup plans. And
We were also kind of freaking out about the place too. Because it was like
Yeah.
it was like really nice and we were excited about it, but it wasn't like perfect.
no washer and dryer in the unit. It's the little things that you're
literally-
like, man, it would suck to have to go to the laundromat
Yeah.
every time. Or like, there's only like 2 washer and dryers that the whole floor shares. It was kind of like, we were kind of like,
That's the only thing. I've never had a washer and dryer in my own place. Well, I guess the only place I've lived besides home is like a dorm and where Aaron and I live now. But
Yeah.
all I really wanted moving now is washer and dryer in the unit. Like, I cannot express to you guys how excited I am.
It was so funny.
To have one.
We would check out like other apartments, and there'd be a washer and dryer, and Carly would go, ugh. Like,
It would open.
like actually be turned on by it.
Yeah, he would like open the door and be like, there's a washer and dryer. I did the first. Well, we'll get there. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so this place had like so basically we have that place. Cool. They just have to go through and review all our paperwork, but we have good credit, so we figured we'd get it.
Amazing credit.
Don't hear, we have amazing credit. No, don't mean the
sell it
both,
short.
but yeah, it's flipping amazing. Credit Karma's like, we want to sponsor your podcast, and we were like, psh,
We don't need you.
well, we do.
Yeah, we do.
So actually,
Okay, sorry.
so we didn't meet on Tinder. We met on Credit Karma.
Yeah, there's like a chat portion.
Yeah.
Chat with good creditors near you.
Yeah, that's funny. So then, so we checked out a few other places. We checked out a townhome we really liked. We got denied from there, straight up.
We don't know why either. They didn't say.
Yeah. I have a hunch that there was a married couple that we saw them showing up as we left.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we'd rather take a married couple than a couple of issues.
Yeah.
Not just a couple just dating.
These shit shows.
She's got red hair. She's a little too quirky.
It honestly worked though because like we saw it and it was cool. It had stairs, which made it feel like a home, but
Yeah.
it didn't feel that great inside.
Yeah. We were kind of convincing ourselves why it would be great. But there was
No, it'll be great. There's a washer and dryer.
Yeah. There's an office upstairs that's really tiny. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So then we checked out a few other places. We applied for this one place and we were like, oh my God, this place is perfect. It's in our budget. It looks amazing, but they just weren't getting back to us. We're like, all right, whatever. So then she left for New York. I called this guy and I was like, hey, I saw this listing and whatever. And he's like, it's pretty much already taken. So then Carly leaves. He calls me back 10 minutes later and he's like, hey, are you around? I can show you the place like right now. So I call Carly. I'm like, hey, I'm going to the place. I'll FaceTime you. She's like, okay.
Did
He
you
just
say it was
said
rented?
no. So I show up, real nice guy, shows me around. The place is really cool, a little out of our budget though. And he was like, yeah, a few other people applied, but basically we just want people with like good credit and whatever. And I was like, yeah, we have great credit. And I was telling her what she does and what I do. And I leave and like he literally offers the place, no application, nothing, doesn't even run my credit. Just basically on meeting me was like, yeah, you can have the place.
That's
It's if you want
insane.
it.
Of course, the second I leave.
Yeah. So I have a theory. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I know. I'm the bad luck charm here. But you said it wasn't like, it was a little bit pricier than what we wanted to pay, and it wasn't that homey feeling.
Yeah, it was not enough like windows.
Yeah.
It was like it was like too enclosed and it was between two units. So like me doing music stuff, I was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
And the balcony was like completely enclosed, so you didn't have a view. It was like it didn't really make sense. So long story short, the place that we saw online that we applied to or that we tried to contact but they weren't getting back to us, contacted you.
Yeah. And I don't know if we said this already, but I saw this place online probably like 5 or 6 days before they finally contacted me back. I saw it online and they had like a YouTube link. So I, of course, watched the YouTube video of the tour and I was like, oh my God, we need to look at this place.
Yeah.
Like, so perfect. It has washer and dryer in the unit. It has like the kitchen is new and
Everything is brand
literally
new.
the kitchen is better than my parents' kitchen, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like it has so many, I don't know. I walk in every time we go in there and I'm like, I need to move in right now.
We were leaving and she kissed the kitchen yesterday.
Well, I did the first load of laundry and I kissed the dryer.
Yeah.
I was like, it's here and I have it. But anyway, so they finally, I saw it listed like 5 or 6 days before they contacted me back. I called again to leave a message.
Yeah.
I did like a visit. Like you can hit a button to like request a tour. They never got back. I emailed him. And
Yeah.
then 5 or 6 days later, he finally emailed me back and was like, do you want to see the place tomorrow? So I had Bruce go because I was
she was
still out
in
of
New
town. And he loved it.
Well, I went and when I showed up, he's like, I'll be right down. And then he comes down to meet me and he's finishing up a tour with this other guy. And he says the other guy, he's like, oh, I'm just going to show him the garage, so you come with me. So I was like, all right. So I'm with this other guy. It's awkward when you're like trying to get a place and you're with the other guy that wants the place.
I know, yeah. Because like, am I friendly to you? I don't
So
know how to ask.
he said, I gave a tour to a few other people already. And then he said that to this guy. She's like, I wouldn't wait to apply. Like in front of me, it's like really awkward. And the guy's like, oh yeah, I've learned that you snooze, you lose. Like I've already missed out on a few other places, which I feel kind of bad in retrospect.
Oh yeah, you're like, ha.
Yeah. So then the guy shows me around. He shows me a place, and I'm like, it looks just like the video, obviously, but like in there, like it's like brand new rugs. Like everything was like brand new. He's like, we just updated the whole place. Literally, there's like 2 ovens. Amazing fridge. There's a little wine.
There's a wine cooler like under like I don't know where it's. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a little wine cooler. There's a freaking like pot filler above the stove, so you just like move it and fill. I sound like I'm
2
44.
beds, 2 baths, balcony. It's literally amazing.
I'm so freaking happy.
So I'm like, oh my god, we need this place. So I FaceTime her, and I'm like, this is like the place. Like
the perfect place. It's in the back too.
It's the perfect. Yeah, it's in like a back unit. I was like, we have to try to get it. So we applied for it, put everything in for it. Had a little bit of issues at the place that I live now, trying to get off my lease and get them to respond to this place to like prove that I lived here.
Oh, the verification.
Yeah.
thing.
So they finally, it goes through and he's like, it's yours. Like you guys got it. So we got that email Thursday night.
So when I was leaving for New York, we were on the phone and I was at the airport and I was like crying because I was so stressed out about like, nothing was like really working.
On the way to New York?
On the way to New York.
Right.
And, we were talking about like what we're going to do.
Yeah.
You're like, you can stay here for a while. And I was like, but then I have to get movers twice. Like, it was just the whole thing. And I was so stressed out. And it's just crazy that like I was leaving to go to New York at the airport crying about it. The minute I land, I take my phone off airplane. The minute the wheels touch the tarmac, I always turn my phone off airplane mode. And the guy responded and was like, the place is yours. I was like, oh my God. Like, it was the best thing to turn my phone on to.
It's so cool. Like, I don't know. It's just like a really, neither one of us has ever lived with a spouse before.
Never.
This is the first time.
And I've never been that excited to like get a place. Like when Aaron and I moved here with our roommate Ariel, it wasn't like we need this place. It was just like, oh yeah, like whatever we find, we'll just get. You know,
Yeah.
it was just pretty chill. But this was like, oh my gosh, I hope we get it. I hope we get it. And then you get it. And it's like, oh my gosh. So we've been there.
But then we had to break up with the first place we put a deposit on.
Oh,
And to be like,
yeah.
hey, sorry. So we lost like a little bit of money. It wasn't that much. Thank God it wasn't like a whole security deposit. It
Oh
was
my
just
God.
like a little bit.
Yeah.
But so we had to be like, cool, like we're not getting that money back. But we were just like, I was like, can you email her? Like, I feel really bad. Like she
Yeah.
was like the nicest. But yeah, so
She was so
we have our own place.
I'm so excited. We've been there like every day since we got. So I hadn't even been there yet.
Oh
and
my God, yeah, I forgot.
I
got the
signed
place
a lease
before you saw it.
I literally signed a lease before I saw it.
Yeah.
But it's only because I feel like I wouldn't normally do that, but it's because he was so adamant on like, it looks exactly like the video. I swear it's everything we want. So I just trusted him.
That's very
And,
sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have such good. I feel like both of us really wanted to walk into a place and feel good. You know, when you walk in somewhere, it like smells old and it's like, this is kind of dark in here. You know, it was like bright.
It was exactly
It looks,
what we wanted.
oh, I like want to go there right now. Like, I'm so excited about
Well,
it.
that's what was so cool is like every place we were checking out, I was like convincing myself, and I think you were doing the same, convincing ourselves
Yeah.
that it was like, yeah, we can make this work. Like, no, it's just a year. I mean, like, this will be good.
Mhm.
This place, we both walked in, we're like, oh my God, it's perfect.
Yeah. And
Like,
the reason
everything we wanted.
The reason that there's such like a time crunch was because we were planning on living here, like where Bruce lives now, in a different room. But we just kind of like a few weeks ago, we're like, it's just too much money. Like we should just find something
Yeah,
else.
it's like,
Otherwise,
we'd rather be saving a little bit of money
Yeah.
every month and putting it away.
yeah, that's the whole reason. Like it was down to the last minute, and like Bruce kept reminding me, like it just takes us looking, applying, and getting a place within like a few days, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I literally saw the keys.
You saw the keys before you saw the place.
I did. We met the guy outside the next morning.
You saw the parking. Yeah, because we ran to the bank and got all the, what's that called?
Deposit. Cashier check.
Cashier's check and the whole thing.
Which,
we got
what
it.
is a cashier's check? Like I know apartments need, but I don't know what they are.
I think that way. It's like you can't. It's not like a check that'll bounce or anything.
Oh, it's straight out of your account.
I guess. Yeah.
Something like that from the bank, probably.
Yeah. It's like an official check rather than like something you could just write and be like, yeah, it's here. Just don't cash it for 3 weeks. See,
Oh.
Meh.
So you're mad. That's our apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the keys and we walked in, and I was just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
It just like made me want to cry because I wanted to live in this area for so long, and like we were moving in together, which is
Yeah.
so crazy.
And because you're in East Hollywood. and
Yeah.
we'll be in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
Not that I shouldn't give our address away, obviously, but
That's okay.
North Hollywood's pretty big.
Yeah. North Hollywood's really big.
But this is going to be our last podcast in
That's
this
true.
spot.
Yeah.
Somebody stops the podcast there, so this is our last podcast. It's like, what?
All right, well, I guess we're done.
But the only worry I have, I don't know why I got British there for a sec. Is that Carly was walking in, so she went there by herself while I was in like a session, and she's like, I was on the phone with her, and there was like a little kid in the elevator, and she's like, "Can you press this button for me?" And he pressed the button, and I can hear he's like a really young kid, and you're being very sweet. And she said they live directly above us, and I produce for a living, so.
And his room is probably above Bruce's producing room.
Yeah, so we're gonna. I'm gonna have to go and like I want to introduce myself. I'm like, hey, I'm a songwriter. Like, I get like, I kind of want feedback from people. Like, is this a good thing? This is what I want to do. I really want to know. It sounds so lame. Like, comment below what you would do.
No, I think
but
that's
like,
a good idea.
I really want to know. It makes me really nervous, but I think it would be better to go to them and be like, hey, I'm your downstairs neighbor. My name is Bruce. Nice to meet you. Just so you know, I'm a songwriter and I do music. So if you ever hear anything, like take my cell phone number, just call me and like I'll make sure I'm not too loud. And do the same thing with our downstairs neighbor. Rather than like they hear music and now they have to deal with our apartment. Like I'd rather them reach out directly than to just be pissed off.
What are you gonna do if they're like,
Like,
yeah,
that's
you're too
better,
loud?
right? I know, that's the problem. But the thing is that quiet hours are 10. So technically they can't.
PM.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Quiet hours. Only produce middle of the night.
Cool, that's great. No, but I mean, like, yeah, I think I'm not going to be blaring music.
Yeah.
So it's like, just that, like, sometimes, like we sat in that apartment, we haven't heard anything.
Nothing.
We'll hear, like, walking sometimes, like, I think it's the guy next door, just, like little bit of bass. But, like, that's it.
Yeah.
We can't hear a word.
He went into that room and I went into the master bedroom and we closed the doors. He played music really loud and I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's gonna be okay. Gonna be okay.
We'll keep you updated along the way.
Yeah. We'll keep you updated.
Speaking of my British accent, this is, like, the dumbest thing. I don't know. This showed up. I just wanted to tell this story because this showed up on my memories tab on Facebook 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. My old bandmate and I were touring in the UK, and we played in. It was Dublin. We played in Dublin, and we get on stage, and we're playing, and it was like a pretty packed room. We were opening for this guy, Bailey, and as we're playing, these girls have this sign that drapes, like, you know, like the gate in front. So like,
you kind of lean on
what's
it.
it called?
Barrier?
Barrier, yeah. On the barrier, like, barricade. So on the barricade, like, people had like a giant sign. You know, you would like write a word, and it'd be like Shawn Mendes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It said, excuse my language. I'm just reading verbatim what it said. It said, thick cunt.
What?
And we were
For
like,
what purpose?
Johnny and I were like, what is that? And we were like, you
Hold on.
guys can't have that on here. Like, what?
Thick cunt?
Yeah. So they would go, it's to cunt. And they would do this. You remember that meme, that girl, like the sassy girl being like,
yeah, I'm trying to describe it for listeners.
like,
it's like
she puts like, it's like the sassy, like lifts her hand up and is like, huh? Like, what?
extends the neck up.
Extends the neck up. Yeah, like, huh? It was like a meme like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So they were saying that's what that meme was called. And they would go to cunt.
They're lying.
And I was like, this is so bizarre to just see a sign. We should have taken a picture. I might have it in my old phone, but it just literally just said thick C word, like literally in front of us the whole time. So like every other song, we would just be like we have this one song, we had this song called Pieces. It was a really slow, sad song. And we're like singing this song and we're like, oh my God.
This is
like,
thick.
yeah, like this is like the weirdest thing to go off of.
What a weird title for that. I feel like they're lying. Comment below.
No, but we asked a bunch of people and like, yeah, it's like that's what it's called.
All right.
Tick cunt.
I
They would say
guess-
tick cunt.
Like,
And yeah.
what is that called? I know there's like a name for it.
Sassy girl meme?
No, it's like, I don't know. We
I
just
don't know,
keep
but,
doing the
like,
gesture.
I remember, yeah, like, I don't know, I would see girls doing that all the time.
Yeah.
So,
That was like such a meme.
TC.
anyway thing. TC bitch. Thick
Shout out
cunt.
Dublin.
Thick
Shout out
cunt.
Dublin, Ireland.
If someone says something weird now, I'm gonna go thick cunt.
Don't say that.
Go thick cunt.
All right, let's stop saying that word. We're not getting any
Hi, Mom.
any advertising.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Honestly, Aaron and I cuss in our YouTube videos all the time, and we're fine. So
Yeah, I know, but we're trying to be a little more friendly than that.
are we?
I think saying thick over and
That's the
over
clickbait.
doesn't help us.
Thick cunt.
That's the episode 16. Thick
Thick
cunts.
cunts. Why are we not monetized on this one?
I'm
I
really
don't
confused.
understand.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
But guess what, guys? Little update on what's been going on. Our manager
Oh,
for this podcast has been in talks, and we're about to sign a little dealio. And
we're
guys,
gonna
Koi
make
Pond.
millions, So
Koi
we don't
Pond's
need
going to be millions.
so we don't need this podcast anymore.
No, that's not what we're saying at all. We need this podcast. We need you guys to keep listening and downloading. We just added, I think this is our best week. Last week, episode 15 was our best week. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, we're going to be getting some
How
advertisements.
exciting. That's crazy.
So
It's weird
cool.
when like something you do for fun turns into work. Even though it doesn't feel like work.
Work?
Like-
It's cool when you can monetize what you do for fun.
Yeah. I guess I'm referring to like YouTubing and
Oh,
stuff. Like
yeah.
everyone's like, I have to work, and I'm like, you're just filming and editing. Like,
Yeah.
Even though I
It's-
do it.
Yeah, the same thing with like writing songs and stuff. Like,
Eh.
oh, I got a session.
Isn't
It's
that
like,
crazy?
yeah, what? It's fun. It's
Yeah.
not even work. Yeah.
So we're just really lucky.
We're very
honestly,
lucky. And thank you guys for
supporting and
blessing us with luck.
blessing us. So thank you, thick cunts. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
we've
our
already gone
fan
over the
base's
limit.
name.
Hey, what up, thick cunts?
Okay, God, like, we have to bleep out all of this.
Now we're good.
Brian's gonna be like showing our podcast to people, be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna go in the middle of an episode so you can see what they talk about." It's like, "What's up, thick cunts?"
I'd just be screaming it 10 times.
You'd be like,
around.
"Okay, we're getting no advertisers now." That's so
I'm
funny.
sorry, guys. Sorry for disappointing you.
No, you're fine. But we did tweet.
We did a tweet.
We did a tweet because we're moving in together, and there's a lot of stuff we've already talked about with each other, like off the podcast, obviously. But it'd be interesting to see like what people's questions were. You have them?
Yes.
Do you want to pull them up?
Yes, I have them right here. They're pulled up.
Okay. Your phone was just sitting down. You're like, "Yep," and I was like,
I have them in
"I'm just
my
wondering."
head.
Yeah.
I'm going to read them verbatim. At
Oh, you got to Google
Silly
Glass.
Girl 20. Yeah. I go, zing, zing. Like, what would you do if I never told you I had Google
You just
Glass?
have like a vision thing that
Also,
comes.
what happened to Google Glass? I remember seeing like people with it like years ago. It never happened.
I don't know. People used to call them glass holes.
Really?
Yeah, like you're in a glass
That
hole.
glass hole just walked into
Yeah,
the
whatever
wall.
happened to that?
I don't know. Comment below.
But I guess there's got to be like glasses you put on and you can like see stuff.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I feel like that would make me almost have a panic
Like in the
attack.
lenses would have like.
Imagine like walking the streets of New York City.
Ooga.
Like, stop looking at that girl. I know you can see through her clothes.
What gave it away? Ooga.
Stupid. So stupid.
Just doing the classic cartoon eyes out.
Auga. But yeah, we tweeted about.
The glasses fog up and the windshield wipers. Ooga.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Like, all right, relax. Girls are like, this guy needs to
Control your boyfriend.
control your boyfriend. But we tweeted from Couple of Issues Twitter. Yeah, we
A
have
couple of
Twitter.
issues.
And asked, just like, explain that we're moving in together this week. Literally in 4 days, my stuff will be moved in.
Yeah, so I guess we should explain.
So excited.
We got the place. She's got movers for
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, and then I have sessions all week. So I'm going to finish up in this apartment, and then we're going to officially move in as of Friday. We'll be all moved in.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
yeah, so we're technically like moving in September, but we signed a lease for like a week before. So that way we can start like slowly moving stuff in and set up Wi-Fi and all the essentials, aka Wi-Fi.
And side note, it's exciting, but we have like the setup at the new place. We'll be able to have guests too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to suggest some guests that we should have in the next couple episodes, probably not for like 3 or 4 more episodes,
Yeah,
we'll start having guests.
Yeah, and he bought a chair last night, and it's
I
really
bought a
cute.
chair. That's the episode name.
I bought a chair.
He bought a chair.
I feel like it does match this.
Yeah, it
It's a
does.
little
It's a little lighter,
but
but it'll be cool.
it's
It'll be
gonna
like
real
the
cute,
guest
guys.
chair.
I'm so excited for everyone to see our place. I
It'll
just
be the
love
guest throne.
The guest throne.
Yeah. Carly, you'll have to do an apartment tour on your channel.
Yeah.
Carly and Contro.
Yeah, when everything's all set up and good.
Yeah.
All right.
What's
so
the tweets we got?
We said you're moving in this week. Questions, comments, concerns, basically.
Yeah,
Because
what we got?
we're dating 2 years, moving in together. At Colleen's Helbig said, "What is one thing you guys know you will never agree on?"
Okay, guys, thank you for listening to a couple of issues. I was like, in my head, I'm like, I smell a fight later. No, I'm kidding.
I think because in my head I have like,
There's probably a lot.
I mean, I'm
Little
all about
things.
sleeping in, and you like waking up early.
You say early. I wake up at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, but if you wake up at 8
Oh, yeah,
and
I
you're
like
good to
waking
go,
up
you're
early,
like,
yeah.
I love waking up at this time, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah. But as far
But-
as like apartment wise,
I mean, I don't think there's anything specific that we're like always not agreeing
I feel like
on.
every room we go in,
Yeah.
I'm like, I see it this way. You're like, I see it this way. And I'm like, well, but we're very good problem solvers.
Yeah.
Problem solvers.
Problem.
I can't talk today.
What do you mean, like where stuff is situated?
Like even like
furniture?
where like you were like, oh, I see the towels being this, which we ended up going with. We
Oh.
got those towels, which
Oh,
was
yeah,
a
we
good
did.
call. Yeah, it was a good
Oh my
call.
God, I was right.
Yeah. No, it looked good.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, yeah, I could see it going this
I
way.
really do not have an eye for like artsy things or like anything. Like, if someone was like, decorate this room, I'd be like, I literally don't know what I would get. I need something to go off of. I need to see like a picture and be like, oh, I'll do something like that. Maybe I could hit up Pinterest.
That's what I was going to say. It's pretty interesting we're going to have to do that for like decorating walls and stuff because there's like nothing up. And I don't want it to be like just a plant on a wall or
Yeah,
something, you know,
yeah.
like I want to have like cool stuff.
Yeah.
But we're lucky because you have a couch.
Yeah, so Erin and I, we're both moving out of that apartment. She's moving in with her boyfriend. I'm moving in with you. And they already have furniture from his place.
Yeah.
So I get to take like a lot of the stuff, thankfully. So yeah, we already have a couch and like TV stand.
Can we say whose couch it was?
Andrea Russell's couch.
We got Andrea Russett's couch?
We got a big YouTuber's
Pose.
couch. That's how thumbnails are made, literally.
Yeah.
So sad. But yeah, I think nothing crazy. Like I could never see us fighting about like money or like
Oh,
rent
nothing like that.
or
No.
like parking or like why is your car behind mine? Something
Yeah.
like that.
I feel like it's just going to be like little things.
Yeah, I tend to like leave like in my brain. I'm like I'll pick it up later, like a cup or
That's
something.
what it's going to
and
be.
he'll like even here he'll be like, "Can you like throw that away?" And like in my head, I'm like, "I was going to in like an hour, but yeah, I'll do it now."
Yeah.
then
I'm like,
I'm
but
like-
I have a session in 10 minutes
Yeah.
and it's just sitting there.
Even my stuff, like I usually stay here like the
Can we
weekends.
talk about this?
Yeah. I bring a backpack because like I need clothes for 3 days and on my computer and everything. So I usually
Hold on,
just
I'm
literally
sorry. Not to cut you off. You explain it how you see it in your brain. You
Okay.
walk in the door, walk me through it.
I walk in the door, I say, "It's my room now, bitch," and I just explode everything.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I always set my backpack on this futon, and then I don't know. As the days go by, I'm like changing, and I'll just like throw my
Days go-
clothes. I'll
As
throw
the days go by.
I'll throw my clothes on the futon. My computer's usually out here. Like it's just like maybe it is rude, and I don't see it, but I'm just like, well, I'm gonna pack it all up and bring it back home anyways. So like I know if you have a session, I know how to pick it up. But if it's just us, I'm like, it's fine. But it's your room. I need to be more
Yeah, it's like
thoughtful of it, I guess. But the
like
other last
some stuff can be around. You know, that's
yeah.
fine.
It's good
but-
today, right? Or this weekend.
Well, every time we do the podcast, yeah.
Yeah, but this time I was really good. I put everything in my bag.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
I'm changing.
Thank you.
I'm changing. Okay, what is it from your perspective?
I'm not exaggerating, right? This is what happens.
Uh-oh.
She launches her backpack at my window. It's been cracked 3
Okay.
times. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Okay.
kidding. No, when she walks in, I'm not joking. You ready? Backpack is on one shoulder, maybe 2. It's usually just on one. And she goes,
Yeah.
she'll walk in the room because I'll be like on my computer. She has a key to my apartment. She walks in. She goes, ha, does some joke. Ha, bros. And then I kiss her. She goes, "Mwah." And then she lets go of her backpack, which falls on the ground. And then she'll go to the bathroom. She comes back in. She opens her backpack and immediately just, I don't know how it happens. I'll turn my back and 5 minutes later, everything is on the futon. Shirts, backpack, computers
No.
out, chargers out. And then it's like, that'll be Friday night. Then Saturday morning, I'm like, hey, I have a session today. Like, I have somebody coming over. Can you clean it up? It's like, yeah, I'm getting to it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's all over. So
sorry.
It's funny. No, it'll be good now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm good. I feel like I am good now.
No, yeah, it's great.
It's all in my bag.
It's great.
It's like all hanging out of my bag.
You've been
now.
dating 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. It's good.
Yay! Okay, we're done here. See you around.
Yeah.
Finally fixed it up.
We finally did it.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Comment, concern. Okay, well, we just answered this one, but at MS Tilkins C0, does mean you'll record the pod in a new room? Yes, we will. It's gonna be new. This is our last one here. I think you said that.
Yeah.
But that's
so it's going to look a
crazy.
little different. If anybody, I know we said this before, but if anybody wants to make us like a super cool sign, maybe in the vein of this, which is, what is this
Yeah.
called?
Typewriter.
No.
Or
It's those things. What are those things called?
label
maker. You know what I mean?
Label maker font.
Like label maker font.
Yeah.
Like that. That's just a couple. That would be so sick.
I
We got to like
know.
contact somebody to like make signs
yeah.
and like reach out.
Who makes signs?
Let us know. Let us know if you know somebody who makes signs with good Yelp reviews.
Does anyone have a sign maker out there? Is that a thing?
But other than that, yeah, the background's going to look a little different. The room's going to be a little different, but I'm really excited. It's a
too.
really nice room.
The next one is like H3H, like it's cuts to different people and like signs in the back, just a
Yeah.
whole studio. That'd be really funny.
That's funny.
All right, someone named Kristen McAtee, but spelled Tea.
Ooh,
are you?
what's the Kristen McAtee? I never thought of that. That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Are you gonna have a housewarming party? You said something funny about this the other day.
I thought it was funny because I was texting my friend and I was like, yeah, sorry, I've been like busy, blah, 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 but Carly and I are moving in together. And she's like, oh, have a housewarming party. And I was like, it's kind of funny how like people are like, oh, that's so awesome. You guys got a place? Have a housewarming party.
Like at apartments.
Yeah. It's like, hey, now that everything's set, ruin it.
Yeah, like piss off your neighbors the first day you're there.
Yeah. Piss off everybody. Like on our lease, it's like no more than 4 people other than you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I'm sure that's just like a basic rule,
Blanket
like,
thing,
as
yeah.
long as you're not like having like a rager.
Yeah.
But it's like, I kind of don't want to have like, and it's all rugs in our apartment. So it's like, there's going to be spills and stuff.
yeah.
And it's like having like a ton of people over and people in and out. Like you're saying, like, I don't want to piss off our neighbors.
I
Like,
know.
let's have like a housewarming party at like David's house.
Yeah. I'm worried
Guys, we got a new apartment. We're going to show you the video, but we'll go to
It's at
David's to do it.
I'm kind of worried. Like, I'm worried about just Zane being over because he's so loud. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine having like 10 people over.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, our friends too who get crazy. And like David's filming, so people are like, oh my God, and like yelling.
I think it'll be
Speaking
fun.
of, I
As
just
long
saw-
as it's at a decent time. Sorry. Speaking of what?
I just saw, I don't know if this is real or not, but Dom and them got like evicted
Oh,
from their
yeah.
apartment. I just saw on Instagram
Wonder if
because
that's
of
true.
DomCon. I feel like
Probably, yeah, it's got to be.
he showed a legit looking document
Yeah.
that like says all their names and stuff. So that sucks. But honestly, I went to their apartment probably 3 years ago. They were having a party and they were like, if you have one more noise complaint, you're done. So I'm surprised they lasted this long.
Yeah, but I'm
Pretty
sure
crazy.
this is the last straw.
Yeah, they're probably gone, which is scary.
Gone, gone, com.
Gone.
Gone, con. Why did I say com?
I don't know. I think because Dom is like
Dom,
Yeah,
con. Rom, con.
rom-com.
Romantic convention.
Where you meet the love of your life. At Weston's Hijazi says, what was the first thing you had to buy for your new apartment? The first, I bought trash bags.
Yeah, we just bought.
The first thing I bought was trash bags.
Because we're really lucky. When you have a place, I think the best thing for us is that we have a bunch of shit already. Like futon, you have the couch, you have a TV, you have a bed. You're providing a lot here.
Yeah, I love
So I'm gonna have to step my game up. I'm providing a futon.
It's okay. I mean, I just already
I have a
stuff.
fan.
Hell yeah. Well, my box fan's louder.
Yeah, she has to sleep with a fan.
I love sleeping with the fan. That sounds like, yeah.
She loves sleeping with a fan. There it is.
We said that in a vlog
Um,
once, and they're like, why didn't you use it as clickbait?
Wait, where's my phone? I wanted to hop in some emails.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we should hop in some emails.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah. Do you have any?
Yes. I can start off with one. I can find it. I've been really trying, baby. This is what happens when you're gone. I just sing. All right. I'm going to go. This one I saw, and it was just really nice and sweet. So I wanted to read it. Because, it's going to lift our spirits. Oh, you good?
Sorry? Yeah.
Your phone cracked?
Go.
All right. It says, hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi. How are you? You're up. Hey guys, I just wanted to send a quick email saying thanks for being so raw and honest in your podcast. Raw.
Oh, I thought wrong.
Wrong and honest in your podcast. Us when we're fighting. Wrong and honest. A lot of people feel weird. A lot of people feel weird about talking about money and what they do to make a living. I feel like you guys are real people and don't mask your life through social media like others do. Thank you for being great, and I can't wait to do more. I can't wait for more podcasts. That's really cool to hear because we were kind of like, should we make like a few episodes about how we make our money and stuff?
It's just so interesting.
Yeah.
I would say, just to hop on that, I did get a lot of like, not a lot, but a couple of tweets, and I saw a bunch of comments that were like, okay, but like they were asking about how I made my money, but they're like, he didn't really explain like, is that all the time and stuff. So I just to explain for like producing and the songwriting type stuff is that there's a producer rate. So every time like I produce a song, I'll get like paid for that. For the songwriting, it's like all back end stuff. So it's like for every sale of a song or a stream of a song, you get a % of that. So the one opportunity I had that I made a nice chunk of money off of, like that is random. So that's like one thing. And then I might not get anything for 6 months. And then you get that other huge thing. And then you might not get anything for 2 more months. Then you might get like 4 small things, like boom, 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 boom. I'm doing these things at this rate. And hopefully it does well with sales and streams and stuff. So just to go off of, a lot of people asked that. And I was like, I didn't explain that at all.
Yeah. A lot of stuff, like creative jobs here. Actors the same way. They'll like book a commercial and then won't get anything for like 6 months.
And I didn't realize with actors, we have to have like an actor on. Be really interesting. I have a few people that I think would be really cool in here, but that you can make money, I guess, is it called residuals? Where you make money off of like every time a commercial plays. Like Jay Walker was telling us that. And he did one with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, yeah.
It's so nuts.
Crazy.
I was at a bar and I texted him. I was like, Jay, you're on the TV with Jeff Goldblum right now. Like, what the
That's
hell?
So awesome.
So rad. So, got an email here. I just wanted to I'm not even going to say the name. They said, sorry. Not to call you out, but this is so funny to me. Hi, Carly and Ben.
Ben? Who's
been
Ben?
listening to your pod for a really short time. How short? Did you get through the intro?
It's like he's trying to piss us off. Hate it. She. Hi, Ben.
Totally should plug your podcast more, by the way. That's what they said.
Should plug our podcast on our podcast?
She said, been a huge fan of Carly and Aaron.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't read that part.
I was like, follow us, listen to a couple of issues.
On here. Yeah. But yeah, let me get a real one. Dear Koi Pond leaders.
That's us.
Koi Pond leaders sounds like a cult.
Yeah.
I have a problem. Well,
you're
in. Every time I get close to dating a boy, I get a bad feeling. If I like a boy and a boy likes me, I'm completely fine. The second we start seriously hanging out, I find every single flaw he has, but I make it a way big deal. It sucks. I wish I could find the David to my Liza.
Well.
The Bruce to my Carly, the Scott to my Kristen, or the Zane to my Heath. I'd love your unprofessional advice. P.S. I'm a huge fucking fan. I sent you the art in the Friday Carly and Aaron video last week. I'm so happy you enjoyed. I sent you some more, and I'm working on a couple of issues. Sign. Whoa!
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Whoa.
That's funny.
I want to see it. Send us a picture.
We need to get a P.O. box.
I know.
Also, I think it would be really cool to get, instead of, like, we can do emails still, obviously, a couple of issues podcast@gmail.com, but it would be cool to have, like, a number where people could call and, like, leave voicemails.
Yeah.
Like, voice messages of, like, hey, don't say my name, but here's my issue, and we could, like, play it.
Just play it. Yeah.
That'd be
And
really
then we could, like,
cool.
hear their tone of voice, and if it's, like, long, it's not like us skipping
But if you
words.
don't want your voice on there, don't send it. But we don't have the number yet, so.
They're like, can you
We just
not
give
play
your
my
number.
voice?
Yeah.
Like,
We just give you your number, like, without thinking.
yeah, like, just call me. I feel like there's probably a way for them to call using a different number.
Yeah, there's like apps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we got to get that. We'll get that set up. By next week, we'll have a number, and we'll have
Whoa, moving fast.
something else, you know?
Cool. That'll be fun.
What do you think?
I feel like I talked about this a little bit. I don't know if it was the last one or not, but I would really like a guy, and then I would get, like, not obsessed with him, but I would just, like, think about it all the time. And then once he showed interest, I'd be like, never mind. And I would find flaws, too. And I'd be like, I don't like you anymore. But it was more
But
like,
why?
I don't know. I just grew out of it, I think. I have no idea. And it
Well,
really
you grew out of it, but I'm saying, like, why? Like, what was going through your head? Like, he liked you, and you're like, oh, the chase is over, or is
I
it
guess.
like?
I think it maybe was just like a chase for me or something. I don't know. But it was weird because I would genuinely really like them. I'd be like really excited if they like texted me or something.
Yeah.
Like genuinely. And then once it got real, then it was like, oh, like I don't want this. Like I feel like maybe it's anxiety or something.
Yeah, were you scared? That's what I'm
I
wondering.
wasn't scared. It was just like, oh, I don't want to do this now.
The thing I wonder, and then like maybe I'm diving too deep into it, like hearing you talk about that and her saying that is like, is it a matter of, oh, they like me? If I get like, it's almost like you all finding all these flaws and stuff is like a defense mechanism because you're like, if I like guard myself from that and I find every reason not to like them, I won't get feelings and get possibly hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
maybe.
So it's like if you get feelings from them, they like you back. Now you're like super vulnerable. So you're like, shit, he actually likes me and like I'm into him. And then as it builds on, you're like, oh, well, now he can break my heart. So your brain already jumps to the let's find all the flaws so that you don't get your heart broken because you'll just not let it happen at all.
Maybe.
It's really
more of like
interesting.
a though, not like
I'm talking about her.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I'm saying just going off of that.
Maybe just give it a shot. Like, don't run away right away. Just,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
give
saying.
it a bit and like tell them up front. Like, I don't want to like start dating right away, but let's like start hanging out and be upfront about it.
I'm just trying to say she was asking like why. So
Yeah.
like I'm
Oh.
saying like where that's coming from.
Oh, gotcha.
Addressing that and then being like, so if that's the case, maybe try to find the flip side of that.
Mhm.
Everything you do like about that person. And it's like the idea of like, you kind of have to put yourself out there and like sometimes you will get hurt. And sometimes, you gotta have a good cry, and get that out there. I had a good cry last night.
Mhm.
And was going through some shit. And I'm okay now.
Feel better.
And I have my girl here to
Aw.
help me out.
Aw.
You know what? Nothing wrong with a good cry.
Nothing wrong. Feels good sometimes.
But there's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there either. So it's like I feel like to get over it, that the feeling of being like nervous and all that might just be like you're saying anxiety,
Mhm.
that you're just like so afraid, but just you don't have to dive in completely. Just dip your
Yeah.
feet in the pond.
Did it say how old she was?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think. 75.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Like, okay, maybe that's just you then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
Okay, I thought this one was really interesting. It says, so I'm 22 and I have a condition called, I'm going to butcher this. I have a condition called achalasia.
can I see?
Achalasia?
Yeah, maybe.
Which is basically where my esophagus doesn't
Actually.
function properly. So I have trouble eating solid, heavy foods and get a lot of heartburn and stomach problems. It comes into conversation a lot when I'm eating with people because food gets stuck in my throat and I have to stop eating and talk for it to pass. So my question is for Bruce, how do you tell people about your stomach problems in social eating situations? Because every time I tell someone, it derails the conversation and I have people feeling sorry for me, which makes me feel uncomfortable. Wow, this sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel uncomfortable because I don't want anyone to pity me, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That makes, it's tough because I deal with that all the time. I think the hardest part, I don't know if you can do, if you can like drink alcohol at all or do anything like
It actually says
it's-
at the end about alcohol. Do you want me to
Oh,
read it?
yeah.
It also comes into play at parties because I don't drink much alcohol because it gives me heartburn, and some strangers ask me again and again why I'm not drinking. And I try to avoid talking about my situation because that isn't necessarily a fun thing to talk about at parties.
It's
How do you handle it?
so annoying, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you have this thing and you're like, you're already dealing with it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, it's annoying enough, like, man, I wish I could eat that or whatever. As I'm like, I'm going through
Have
really
acid
bad
reflux.
acid reflux right now.
Yeah.
I've been like losing my voice as this podcast has been going on. But the tough part is parties are the hardest, or anytime somebody's offering you something, no, like I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day in a session, oh, how about this? No, I'm good. And then you feel rude because you're saying no.
Yeah.
Someone's like, hey, I'm just trying to feed you. Or
Mhm.
like, hey, let me get you a drink. If I don't really know people, my go-to is just like, because I usually am driving, because I am usually designated driver, because I don't drink much at all. I'll just say, oh, I'm driving, I can't. And I guess it would be weird if you like Ubered, and they're like, no, you Ubered here, you liar. It's really, I would say to people who have friends that have stomach issues or any sort of issue where you can't drink and stuff, just to be a little more understanding of it, that if you're out to dinner and someone's like, try this, or why aren't you eating, or you stopped eating, like, what's going on? And you have to explain it, but it's just like, I just have some like issues, like, I don't like talking about it. Fuck, man, that's so hard, because that doesn't, like, in my brain, I'm like, I would not want to do that.
Yeah.
But I do it all the time. It's so annoying. It's like, because then they're like, oh, do you have like a eating disorder? And it's like, no, it's not that. It's like, it's
like
a stomach.
intolerant
I
to a
usually
lot of
just say like,
things.
I have really bad stomach issues. And then half the time it's so annoying, because then somebody's just like, oh, like, is it IBS? Or, you know, it's like, oh, you lactose intolerant? And you're like, no. And you're like, oh, is it celiac? I'm like, no.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It's like you
Yeah.
go through this whole thing. So I totally understand the frustration I've been dealing with forever. I really don't know what the best answer is. It's like that's like part of the
part
thing
of
with it.
having it.
But I would say it's not worth eating something just to shut somebody up, or
yeah.
drinking something to shut somebody up. I used to do that, and I would be like, you know what? I'm just gonna drink so I don't have to deal with the conversation.
Oh, wow.
And then I'd be sick, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't fun. So it's just, you know, you know when, I don't know.
Just type up an FAQ.
But I will tell
Hang it
you,
up.
yeah, that's the hardest thing for me. It's like, even like business dinners, or like going and meeting with people, and they're like, you know, let's meet at this place and let's talk about stuff. And I'm like, I can't eat that. Like, that's so annoying. So I
Yeah.
just go like, yeah, it's fine. And I'll be like, I'll figure something out. And then sometimes you'd be like, oh, I ate before I got here, you know? Man, that sucks though. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry that you have to go
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah, just kind of, I don't know. Because you have an issue too where, like, if someone, like, if we're going out to with my parents or something, like, oh, I want to cater to you, though. Like, you hate that.
That's, yeah, so going off the other point, that's what she said too.
Yeah.
I hate that people are like, where can you eat? I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's like, I like when people make the decision and then I can figure out if I can eat there or not,
Yeah.
or if I can eat, like, I'll plan around it. Like, you guys make sure you're satisfied. Because then when you're like, everyone's like, let's go to this place. Like, you can eat there, right? Like, check the menu. And I'm like, where do you guys want to go? You just eat there. I'll find something on the side, or I'll eat after. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it gets a little complicating.
Yeah.
But, did you want to read one more?
Mhm.
Do you have a good one? You got a good one in there? No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I only had those two screenshotted. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, that's fine. I have some.
Let's do one more.
Okay. I don't know if I was going to say her name, so I'm not going to. It's from a girl. I've been in a relationship for 4 years with a guy, also, they're both 22 years old. That has been my BFF since senior year. In the beginning, we both didn't have serious jobs / careers, so we were able to see each other very often and be attentive and in the moment when we were together. Our friendship in the beginning stages of our relationship was kick-ass. She emphasizes kick-ass. It's all in caps. Last year, he got a really good job opportunity as an investment real estate agent and has been killing it ever since. However, we've been seeing each other less and less, and it's genuinely taking a toll on me. Context, we don't live together, and we live 30 to 40 minutes away from each other. Obviously, I want to support him and be a backbone, but I also want love and attention, like we had before. When we hang out, he's always tired or stressed or on the phone, so I feel like I'm being put on the back burner. His company takes him on trips, and when he leaves, I feel like I'm not getting the same energy he gives them. They go out drinking and clubbing and to fancy-ass restaurants that are very bougie. Rolls eyes. This girl's pretty sassy. I don't want to be pushy and clingy and say, no, you can't go. I need relationship time. But I want to rip my hair out sometimes because I feel like I get the sloppy seconds of him and his work gets the best. He looks like he's living his best life with them. Then he comes back and doesn't want to do much with me. I love him more than anything in the world, but so much has changed, and I feel like I'm not being loved the same way or as much as before this new career. Am I being selfish? Do I need to grow up? Have y'all been through this? I need y'all's on professional advice. Much love.
Much love to you.
Much love, girl.
How old did she say she was?
22. And they've been together 4 years.
Have you guys thought about moving in together? I guess the question is, if he's, super busy doing all this stuff, you guys live 30 to 40 minutes apart, what does she do that they can't live closer?
Don't think it said.
Or he can move closer? I guess he's close to his job and he's super busy with that.
Yeah.
If she has more time, is there a way to, somebody's got to sacrifice, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like right now, you're sacrificing
Attention.
Sounds like Yeah, everything.
Basically everything.
Everything. And not getting much in return. So it's almost like, do you sacrifice maybe if you want more attention from him, is there a way to meet in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
I assume you guys had conversations about this, but I think the biggest part is to be able to openly communicate, and to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
To not make someone feel guilty for what they're doing, but just let them be aware that, like, hey, can we find a balance now? Like, now that you've been doing this for a certain amount of time, like, you can't make a relationship last if it stays that climate, And
your needs aren't being met, obviously. Yeah. So it sounds kind of cheesy, but there's a website where you can take a love language test, and it's actually really interesting because it asks you like a series of questions, and by your answers, it brings up like the 4 types of love languages which ones you need from somebody. So, like, for example, there's physical touch is one of them. Gifts is one. I can't think of all of them right now, but it's really interesting. So if you do it and you find out, like, oh, I need words of affirmation and time together, whatever is just your top, he might take that quiz and his is just like words of affirmation, like, or gift giving or something. So when you both take it, you then can understand why, like, you then can understand like what that person needs to feel loved. And if his is like gift giving, and if that's how he feels love, that's probably how he's going to show love. But that's
gift giving would be, you mean like him giving gifts to her?
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I give you a gift, that should show how much I love you?
Well, if, say, my top thing is like gift giving, that would mean like I feel love by somebody going out of their way to like buy me something. So like, ooh, so flowers.
Or they would do that too?
That's like the mindset of it. Yeah. Gotcha. So like mine is, mine's probably.
I need to take this test. I've never taken it.
I think mine's probably physical touch and quality time. And so that means that's how I show love. Like if you're like sad or something, like I just want to like hug you and stuff because that's what I want. But like for you, it might be words of affirmation, like I'm so proud of you. Or for me, that's not as big as like quality time, and because I feel it differently. So if you guys both took it, maybe right now he's in the understanding that your relationship is great. Like he's getting what he needs from it. Maybe if you're texting him all the time, like good job at work, like blah blah. Maybe that's all he really needs right now. But that's not what you need. So it's just
I feel like you got to make sure your needs are being met too.
Yeah, so the test is really interesting. I've done it with my friends who are dating before, and they were like, test. "Oh my gosh!" Yeah, it's really crazy.
We had our friend did the same thing and found out they were complete opposites. Yeah, from what they thought they were.
Yeah, and it totally made sense when he read it. Yeah, he was like, "Whoa!" Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, obviously, just if you haven't talked about it, hey. I'm so proud of you. Good job at work, but like I'm suffering over here. Yeah,
that's smart. Good call, Carl.
Thanks.
That's it for episode 16 of Couple of Issues. Make sure to follow us at Couple of Issues on Instagram and Twitter, and follow us on subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, follow on Spotify.
Subscribe.
Listen on Spotify, download. Leave us a good review. Tweet your congressman. Follow my girl at Carla Incontro.
Follow my boy at Bruce Wigner, Wigner.
Thank you. Incontro, Incontro. And we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Couple of Issues. Auga!